Hello there, my fellow zombie slayers. What's up? It's Robbie here with Open World Games, and I had the chance to recently go hands-on with State of Decay 2. So much so that I got a chance to play all 3 open world maps, which I know a lot of you guys are wondering, how good are these open world maps? How big are they, and what can we expect from them? So we're going to go in depth with this one. Now, I only did get 10 minutes apiece with each map, but you're going to be seeing some really cool stuff like this vehicle right here. This car was totally awesome in the game. It was an absolute beast, and just exploring the world was a real treat. But yeah, it's divided into 3 maps. A very special thank you to Undead Labs for showing me the game at their booth, and those guys are so great. I cannot wait for this game. Remember, May 22nd. You get early access on May 18th if you get the Ultimate Edition of State of Decay 2. But, yeah, right here we're seeing some action from one of the maps we'll be diving into more later in the video. But first, let's talk about the first map I actually explored. So here it is. Here's the layout. You can see a river running down south here, and then some rivers running through the map itself as well. This one is called Cascade Hills. There's some events here that we can do. There's also a faction on the map called the Searchers. If you go in their vicinity, they will shoot on sight. I'm going to do an entire video about what happens when you take on another faction in the map space, in the game world. It is a lot of fun. So you don't always have to just kill zombies. You can say to yourself, maybe I want to work with this faction over here, try to make something happen with them, or maybe I just want to take over their outpost or their base and have it for myself. That is definitely an option. I'm going to have some videos showcasing that type of thing. But what's really cool, here we are actually exploring the map, and this is really cool. It's the survey car, and what's neat about this is it actually is like a Google Maps type car, mapping out the environment as you move around the open world. So it's identifying, potential stashes you can find, potential missions, and other activities in the world as you are roaming around the map. But you can see that this is more, again, of your forested environment. And I was actually playing this on PC, by the way. It was running extremely smooth. It looks absolutely gorgeous. One of the things about the first State of Decay was that it was kind of choppy. It wasn't the most stable engine. Now they're using the Unreal Engine, and it looks stunning. And you can open up your car doors, of course, as you are roaming around the open world map here. And as you're exploring, it's letting you know what type of county lines you're crossing, what areas you're entering. So you can kind of track where you're going and remember, oh, this place is called this. Maybe we should head here, because that's going to be great for co-op as well. But what we're doing right now is we are actually using our survey car and trying to find more stuff in the open world. And right here are the Searchers. So these guys are a big problem. We want to be careful about getting too close to them. And we have a zombie coming at us here. These things can be very aggressive. 2 cars, by the way. It's quite surprising. Wait till you see what a Juggernaut can do to your vehicle. It can actually move it, and almost there's the Juggernaut. So we're going to try avoiding the Juggernaut. So yeah, it looks like the Searchers have their own infestation problem, definitely. And you can help other communities in the open world. But what we're going to do, we're going to also check out the next map right now. So I was able to drop into another map here. It's called Meager Valley. And this one is really cool. As you can see, it's got some infestations around the area. And one of our primary goals there was to clear out the plague hearts. And what's really neat about all the maps is, of course, you're going to have a home base per map. Now, they weren't really specific with me about how the maps would work in the game, if you would be moving on from one map to another, or if you could simultaneously play on all the maps, bounce back and forth between them. They were kind of like, well, we don't want to tell everything just yet. And I think that's cool. I think they want to keep some secrets there. But yeah, this is the more farmland map. As you can see, there were windmills. We've got barns. This is more your rural area. And here's my twin bro, Ryan. I'm playing with my twin bro, Ryan here. This was an absolute blast just exploring with Ryan, and taking on the zombie apocalypse together. This is going to be a big game for co-op, of course. I'm like, should I get into the blue truck or the heavily modified armored truck over here? Yes, you can customize your vehicles. You can upgrade them. It's a big component to State of Decay 2. And Ryan, he's taking on the zombie. I'm like, I'm not helping you. You can handle it. And I'm like, okay, I'll smash him. Ryan was figuring out the controls over here. There. Some of the controls have changed, of course, from the first State of Decay. We were using Xbox controllers on the PC. And here we go through the fields. And you can see the sun is setting. So we're going to get some nighttime action. And the game does feel more difficult at nighttime, more claustrophobic as we head into the barn. And, you know, I was like, man, maybe I could use my headlights and light up this barn here. And I think that would make for a very cool gameplay feature. Unfortunately, when I got out of the car, the truck, the lights did shut off. So my recommendation to Undead Labs is it would be cool to be able to park your vehicle and keep your lights on and light up an area at nighttime. And maybe use that as like a lure mechanic for the zombies. But this area is infested with zombies because of the presence of a plague heart. So we've got to destroy that plague heart. That's a big goal in the game. It's like one of the primary objectives is to clear out those plague hearts. And but you know, there is a big risk to this, of course. You can be infected with that blood plague virus, which I think me and Ryan actually both get infected with the virus. So I think with this game, it's going to be a common occurrence getting infected for sure. So you're going to want to have your base of operations ready to go with that cure, which of course you could pick up a blood plague sample from the blood plague heart or blood plague zombies and then go back to your base, work up that cure and then administer it to yourself or others around you, other survivors. Now you can cure NPCs, and then you can also have one of your co-op buddies come in if they're in trouble and you can say, hey, I've got a cure for you. But moving on, here is the third map. It's called Drucker County. Now, this one was described to me as more kind of, in a way, a desert region, excuse me. So that's the description for this one. There's a plague in the community, and here is the base we currently have set up in Drucker County. Now, this car, again, is totally amazing. You're going to want to find this car. And again, yes, you can upgrade your vehicles. And a lot of you guys are wondering about the map size. How big are the maps? So just imagine, you know, the State of Decay 1 map multiplied times 3. That's basically the same difference. So there you go. And yeah, there's a lot of areas in this map that are more residential. We're going to bust our way through this door. We know that there is a plague heart in this building somewhere, in this house. And you could see some of the evidence of the family trying to pack and get out of the house. And we're going to start shooting this blood plague heart. Now, I did get to play, by the way, both in single player and co-op. So I did get to experience that. And here is one of my AI partners, joining me. And everything, again, is randomly generated. So that's something that I personally absolutely love about State of Decay 2 and the State of Decay franchise in general, is that, you know, a lot of the experience is kept very fresh because of this. So if you have a survivor that dies, a new one will appear and they're randomly generated with new skills. I mean, there's like over 1,000 different traits and skills and abilities. Here comes the Juggernaut. This thing means business. Here's what I was talking about beforehand. It is just mowing down my vehicle. And you can see the vehicle, my car here, has taken a ton of damage. So it is no joke playing in single player. And, you know, one of the risks is actually taking one of your buddies with you because that can actually get them killed. AI or co-op, whatever. And then we have some crazy zombies trying to get into our car here. We have no door. So, yes, you can also see just how beautiful the game world is. The lighting engine here is so impressive as the sun begins to set here as we enter Kettle Rock Bend, which appears to have a gas station over here. So we've got some looting opportunities there as well. But of course, you're going to want to use your base to really scout out areas of interest. And what's really neat is that basically from anywhere on your map, we got a hill up here. Uh-oh, here comes another zombie. Basically from anywhere in the map, you can work on your base. And of course, the demonstration ended on me here, which, you know, you have no idea what that is like when you go to these events. You're like, man, I only have this much time and then the demo ends. But yeah, I can't wait for May 22nd. I'm definitely going to be getting the Ultimate Edition, so May 18th. Of course, this is available with that Xbox Game Pass, so remember that one. The Xbox Game Pass, I think, is going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the future. You've got Sea of Thieves on that. You've got so many different games. I think Halo will be eventually on that. Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2. And it's like $10 a month, so it's like Netflix for gamers. I'm not trying to advertise anything here. I'm just saying that that's really impressive that Microsoft is doing that. And I think that right there is the future of gaming. Guys, yeah, State of Decay 2, I am blown away by this one. I loved the first one. This one is polished. I cannot wait for more. And it's really cool to see they have 3 open worlds with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smack that like button if you did. Remember to subscribe here on Open World Games. I'm going to have a ton of State of Decay 2 coverage. You better believe it. But guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon enough in the zombie apocalypse.